Good morning, sunshine. Oh, baby girl. Yeah, today, this is my little friend, Princess Monster Truck. Yeah, that's what our cat's name. If you're gonna be a man and own a cat, it has to be named Princess Monster Truck. So, hi, pretty girl. Hi. So, yeah, that's what I got to show you, my new friend. But I'm having one of those days, one of those mornings, and you know how I always talk about the fact that things don't happen to you, things just happen, and you just happen to be a part of what's happening. And I truly believe that. And since I've been believing that and understanding that, life gets a little bit easier. I get to be a little bit more positive in moments. I can catch myself before I fall into those, those states of depression or whatever that we all fall into every day. But I'm just having, like I woke up and just felt melancholy. I've been working a lot, and this is not a complaint. It's just probably part of the, the things that contribute to the fact that I feel the way I feel. And I'd like to talk to you guys about this because I'm on the same journey you are. Maybe I'm just a few days ahead of you. But when this is hard. This is super hard. And all those influencers that tell you that this is easy and you can lose weight in certain spots and you can, eat this kind of garbage food and it's fine. But what you're really, overall, you have to understand is when you're filling with all these different types of foods and, trying to get low carbs and but you're eating things that man-made to taste like, and all they did was just find something else that tastes like it that the FDA hasn't found out that it causes cancer or whatever. So they just replaced that. They just took sugar out and they started adding corn syrup and corn, all the different words that they use, natural flavors. You have to really commit to this. And it's ever since I took all the garbage out of there, and I mean all the garbage out. Like I eat food for as medicine, but I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it. I put my peppers. I like spicy stuff, but I feel so good inside. And when I know I use the word I a lot, but I'm hoping you're relating to me. I hope that you're like in this spot, and I need you to understand that you're not alone. We're all going through this together. It's a struggle, and I got to tell you, it's a struggle for my personal life too because I'm so committed. And understand this right here. This is just a side gig. I just try to help some people out here and there. I wanted to show you that you can have a busy life and still be fit. And I'll tell you what, being fit feels great, and it somehow gives you like instant respect out in the world because people know how hard you're working. People know that what you're doing. Sure, I get the haters that say the whatever, but I'm okay with that too. I understand, man. I understand your pain. I've been the guy that makes fun or talks shit. And, I've been that guy. I've been the guy that looks at the big muscle heads with their tank tops on. And I'm like, what the hell? Now I'm like, oh, you worked your ass off to get that. You busted yourself to look like that. So I understand why you want to share it with everybody. You're not being a dick. You're showing people that if you do hard work, this is what you can get. But, some of us are on the other side of that where we see that as hate and we start to, get angry. People send me some pretty mean messages. And I'm like, hey, man, this the way I look makes you feel that way? Because if you listen to my words, I promise you, I'm saying nothing that'll make you be against me. At least I don't think so. Maybe I say some controversial stuff here and there, but I don't care. It's not controversial. It's just sometimes people have feelings that get hurt a little too easy. But we're in this together, and I'm having a rough day, and I say that, but I'm not really, because I just see all these things. Every time something comes up in my way, I just see it as a new challenge, and I find the reason why the thing happened could be my fault. I realize that, if I would have did this different, or I did this different, then this wouldn't have happened, and then it wouldn't have happened to me. So that's the way you have to look at things. And you gotta be so proud and happy that you wake up every day, that you get to breathe every day, that you get to walk, or you get to, the people that can. The things that you have, you gotta appreciate those things. That's the only way you can find happiness. And I also tell you this, you have to work hard. You have to achieve things. I've found happiness in hard work because I get to achieve something over and over and over again. And I no longer press things back. You know what I mean? Like I never, if I say I'm going to do it, I do it. And you start to keep promises. I'm talking about washing the dishes or doing your laundry. You know how many times you push it back in your head until you get to it? Now I just do it. I just get it done. And when that happens, man, I'll tell you what, you start to feel a little bit more secure, a little more confident. So that's just, like I said, having a bad day, but it's going to be all right. I know that. But you just, sometimes in the morning, there's 3 or 4 things already that happened to me. And I could have, in the past, I'd have been a bum. My day's gone. It's ruined. But now I'm like, all right, it's nowhere but up, right? This is nowhere to be but happy now, because my smile is not fake. And so I just, sometimes, you have to muster it up a little bit. You guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow. But